Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to be playing a deck based on one of my favorite childhood Wii games, and that is Super Mario Bros. And so the top four cards are based off of enemies in the game. We have Bowser, we have those angry bullets, so we have the hunter which shoots bullets. The Hog Rider are those turtles or those Koopas that throw hammers, because the Hog Rider also has a hammer. And then we have the ghosts as well in those haunted levels. And then the bottom four cards are based off of power-ups that you can get in the game. So we have the propeller hat, the ice and the fire flowers, and then the bandit is the star, because the star makes you invincible, and the bandit is also invincible and can't be hit while she's dashing, so I thought it was a good fit. So we're going to be playing the Super Mario Bros deck today. And looking back, we didn't play that game a whole lot, because I don't think we ever owned it. I think whenever we played it, we always rented it from the library. So it was a game that we only played on occasion, and it's not like we didn't have the money to buy it, but we just didn't. And looking back on it, like at the time I was kind of upset that we didn't get the game and we always had to rent it from the library in order to play it, but looking back I realized that it was actually a really important life lesson to not get everything that you want. And that was kind of the case with a lot of things. Like there were a lot of things that I wanted as a kid, and I didn't get them as a kid. Like when I was really young, when I was 4 or 5, my kind of dream toy was a Power Wheel, one of those little ride-on cars. And then when I was a little bit older, they started getting into Wii games, like Super Mario Bros was one, and then the Lego Star Wars and the Lego Batman Wii games were there as well. And then a little bit later, it was a Nintendo DS. I really wanted one of those play-on devices, but my mom wanted something a little bit more educational, so we ended up getting a Leapster, it looks kind of like a DS, but it's a much more educational version. And so there were a lot of toys that I really, really wanted as a kid, but that I didn't get. And at the time, I was kind of upset that we couldn't get them, because it's not like we couldn't afford them. I mean, we weren't struggling paycheck to paycheck. My dad had a good job, and at the time I was, upset that I couldn't get them, because most kids are. I mean, when you want a toy as a kid and you don't get it, obviously you're a little bit upset. But looking back, I realized that it was really important not to get everything that I wanted. And I just recently started to realize that it's kind of a fine line that parents walk, because on the one hand, you want to be loving and compassionate and caring towards your kids, but on the other hand, you can't simply give them everything that they want, because then they learn to kind of expect that in life. And so it's good when you're a parent to be to not necessarily be a friend to your kid, but to really, really teach them discipline. And sometimes that means not giving them everything that they want. And it's something that I've seen a little bit in my sister as well, because she has a kid. He's the only nephew. He's the only grandkid, and a lot of times when he spills food or does something that he shouldn't, she's not just like, oh, that's okay, and cleans it up. She's not harsh, but she's strict. She's like, nope, pick that up. We're not throwing stuff on the ground. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's actually when I was a kid, maybe I would have seen that as strict, but looking back on it now, it's it's good to teach your kids discipline, and I guess that's where today's little words of inspiration comes in today. Is sometimes it's better to just say the truth or be a little bit harsh. It's not always good to just tell someone what they want to hear or get somebody what they want, because then that teaches them that they can kind of get whatever they want in life. And so I guess looking back on my childhood, I realized my parents did a better job of raising me than I thought. They did a really good job, and I don't think I expressed that nearly enough. So show some appreciation for your parents today, because I'm sure they did the best they could. Most parents are raising a kid for the first time, and so they're just doing their best. They may not know exactly how to do it, but it is kind of a fine line that they walk between being compassionate but also being disciplined and, teaching your kids the right lesson. So that was the Mario deck. I think I ran out of screen time because it just turned to midnight. So let's see what new cards the shop has for us today. I guess we'll get most of these, and then I'll see if they have any new emotes as well. All right. Well, anyway, that was the Super Mario Bros deck. Hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.